In this video, we'll learn how to write code on Splash. So as you can see now, Splash runs on a browser. This is the user interface. On the right, there is a white box. There you can introduce the website you want to scrape. And below you can find the code you have to write to interact with the JavaScript website. That is, this script is going to take care of things like clicking on a button, introducing text, and setting weights. So the parsing is still going to be executed on Scrapy. This is different from Selenium, where we can do both in the same place. Another big difference between Selenium and Splash is that you can write Python code on Splash. Splash uses another programming language called Lua. I know that learning another programming language is time-consuming, but believe me, Lua is an easy programming language. And in this video, I'm going to teach you the basics so you learn all the essential stuff for scraping a website. So let's start with this brief introduction. So I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see this code much better. And here you can see a demo code that appears every time you open Splash. I'm gonna delete it so we start writing code from scratch. Okay, what we're gonna do is to use Splash to go to Google and get the HTML code and a screenshot of the website. To do so, let's define a function. After writing function, we should write main. And inside parentheses, include the argument splash and args. Every time you write a function in Lua, you should write the word and below the last line of code. Now, to go to a website with Splash, we have to use a function called go. So write the following: splash go and open parentheses. Now, you should define the URL of the website by writing URL equal to args.url. In the white box above the code, you can see that we set the URL to google.com. Feel free to modify this link with any link you want. To try this simple code, we'll test in this video. Now, inside parentheses, you could write args.url, but since I already defined that expression as URL, I'm gonna write just URL, which is the variable I created. Now, to get the HTML and PNG screenshot, we have to use the return keyword. So we write return, and then we write splash PNG with parentheses. This will get a screenshot of the website. So let's test it out. So just click on the green button that says render me, and let's see what happens. So let's wait, and now we can see the screenshot that Splash took. So in this page, you still have access to the Lua code. Here we can modify the code if we want. So let's edit PNG and let's write HTML instead, and then render. Click on the green button and let's see what happens. So here we can see the HTML code behind google.com, and now we can also keep editing the code. So now to improve the readability of the code, let's add curly braces, and now let's define two variables. So I'm going to press enter, and now I'm going to introduce a variable called HTML. So I'm going to write HTML equal to splash HTML. Now I'm going to duplicate this and add comma, and now I'm going to add the variable PNG, which is equal to a splash PNG and parentheses. Now to test this code out, just click on the green button that says render. So I'm going to click on it, and now I'm going to wait. So here you can see that there is the screenshot of Google and also the HTML code. So everything was perfect. Now, what if I write an inexistent page? So I'm going to write google.com123 to try this code. So as you can see, the code doesn't break, but only gives a blank page with a message that says failed loading page. If you've been writing Python code for a while, you should be used to getting an error message that tells you which line of code breaks the whole script. So we can get this in Lua too. Just open the script and now include the assert function. So I'm going to write here assert and wrap up this code with parentheses. So if the code breaks, we'll get an error message. Now let's click on render to test this code. So as you can see here, we got an error message. This error message might come in handy to fix the code. Now, just like on Selenium, we can add weights so we let the website render correctly if necessary. So let's write assert parentheses and inside parentheses write splash:weight with parentheses. And inside that parenthesis, just include the seconds you want the website to wait. So I'm going to write 2 seconds as an example and then click on render to test this code. Now, naturally, the process will take 2 seconds more because we set a wait. And now just got the result, and it's the screenshot and the HTML code. So the code is still working. And that's it. You just learned the basics of Lua and Splash. In the next video, I'm gonna teach you some more cool stuff you can do.